Obiegbu. Coming up next, I repeat, is our next speaker, Adeze Obiegbu. If you are here, if you are in the show, if you can see the Profitable Fashionpreneur Academy, please shoot some fireworks. Let's know that we can see you. Let's know that you can also see us. Yes, let's see the fireworks rolling as we bring up our next speaker. And our next speaker is someone, is a system, is an institution in herself. She is a very renowned coach. She brings to us that wisdom to build a strategic team, that wisdom to build a brand that will truly be on the pedals of legacy. The coach for you is Adeze Obiegbu, and she's coming up with fire in a moment. Shoot some fire emojis if you can see, if you are here. Let's see you. Let's know that you are here. Let's see you. Let's know that you are here. Oh, yes.
Do we have people in the comments? It looks like some people are still struggling to switch from stream A to stream B.
It looks like that.
Let's see. If you can see me, you can hear me, can you drop your fire emojis in the comment section?
Oh, yes.
Yes, welcome, Messi. So we need to constantly switch our streams to each new speaker because we want you to be able to have the thumbnails of each separate speaker to go over, so that if you need to find a speaker after the conference, you don't have to go through the entire length of the conference to find the speaker. You just go to the person's thumbnail and you are able to see that speaker. So for every speaker that comes on throughout the duration of this conference, we're going to be swapping the links so that we have individual YouTube links which you are able to replay after the conference. So we're going to swap the link. Even when the next speaker is coming up, please stay glued to the group, pay attention. Once the next speaker is up and another one is coming on, we're going to swap the link so that you are able to join in the next speaker's live stream, so that when you want to catch a replay, you are able to catch a replay without having to go through the entire, length of the stream. So what are we talking about next? Thank you so much, Christiana. We are talking about the money-making mindset. But of course, I'm not talking about the money-making mindset. But I'm here. I want to introduce our next speaker to you. You see, Ms. Adeze is the HR professional who recruits for Wura. And for those who don't know, Wura is my fashion brand. I own a ready-to-wear fashion brand, and I'm the creative director, where we make classy dresses for confident women. And Wura is that brand. Now, how did we used to hire at Wura? In the past, when we want to hire, I will just put out a post, maybe on Instagram. Content creator wanted, tailor wanted, whatever wanted. Then maybe I'll now send to a couple of people. I'll say, help me recruit content creator. Help me recruit tailor. Then all manners of people will apply. The one that you want, the one you don't want, the one that... And imagine you, who is a fashion entrepreneur, with everything on your plate, having to take people through a recruitment process. And it's little wonder why many times you don't have high retention rates, because the truth of the matter is that you don't even have the time to go through that recruitment process. Now, when I started using a HR professional, good. You know, when I say I want you to be able to run your fashion business with peace, purpose, and profits, Miss Adeze brought my peace in my fashion business, because she was not able to streamline my hiring processes, my SOPs, and all that. But I'm not going to talk too much. She's going to tell you more about everything. But she was able to streamline these processes in a way that finally made sense. You see, what I've come to notice in this life is that at the end of the day, you do not know what you don't even know. And unless someone is able to show you that knowledge, as in avenues like this, you might go through your entire career not even knowing those things. And then you wonder why some people are flying high and you're just feeling stuck. And you think that maybe if you sow better, maybe if you market better, maybe, but guess what? If your structures, if your foundation is not right, how can you scale? It's not going to be possible. If you don't have the right team, how can you achieve? At the end of the day, whether you're a solo entrepreneur or you have a team, there's a limit to what one person can do. So as a solo entrepreneur, you know that this is my timeline for solo entrepreneurship, because if I don't move past this at this certain timeline, I'm not going to grow. And that's the truth. You can only stay solo for so long if growth and legacy is what you're after. Now, I've said it before, this conference is not for people that don't want to take fashion as a business. If your fashion business for you is a side hustle, it's just something I do by the side so that I will get money, this place is not for you. We are here for the people who your fashion business is your bread and butter. That's what you wake up in the morning dreaming about and you go to bed dreaming about. We are here for serious entrepreneurs who really want to make their fashion businesses profitable this time, for real. And so I have the singular honor and pleasure to bring on board someone who I now call a sister, a friend, and someone who has made the hiring at Wura seamless, strategic, aligned. Join me in welcoming Adeze Obiegu to the stage. Thank you so much, Ms. Adeze. It's an absolute honor to have you here. It's an absolute honor that you accepted the invitation to speak at this conference. And it's one that I do not take for granted personally at all. So thank you so much for coming on this conference. And I'm going to let you take it away.
All right. Good evening, everybody. First of all, I have to say, this is my really, really, really excited and happy face. And I hope everybody here is also excited and happy. In fact, I want to see in your comments, let me see your best emoji, your favorite emoji, the emoji you send to people when you are happy, because we are about to have a very wonderful conversation. Thank you to Wura. Thank you for the invitation. Thank you for the wonderful introduction as well. I was also in the class listening to Leslie. Oh my God. I don't want to expose too much, but Coach Leslie is like my number one customer. She has been working with me. Wura has been working with me. In fact, the things I'm going to tell you guys today are things that these women have put into practice and is making their businesses boom, right? So today we're going to be talking about dressmaking that makes money. Honestly, the only reason you should leave your bed, the only reason you should buy data is because whatever it is you're going to do or whatever it is you're doing, you're going to make money from it. That is the ultimate goal that we all have. As business owners, as agency owners, we have to see the big picture. What's the big picture? It's money. Everything boils down to money. You're on Instagram, you see content creators, you see people spending money on ads. Why? Because of money. They're trying to make money. And one thing that business owners, the one mistake that we make is that we're like, okay, I can hold back on this just so I can save money. But along the line, you're only losing money. Because if you're seeing the big picture as a CEO that you are, there are certain tasks that should not be delegated to you. There are certain things that you should not bother yourself doing. That's one. And the second part is there are certain things that you need a professional to do for you. You cannot do everything. You cannot be the admin, you cannot be the payroll manager, the accountant, the CEO, the sales rep, the customer service. You can't be all. You have to get people. You have to build your team. But one issue is, yes, sometimes you employ people and you're giving them money, and you're not making money. And that's why we're having this conference. We have to talk to you about the step by step on how to actually build a team that is going to make money for you. My name is Adeze Obiebu, and I own AVS Abuja. We are a recruitment agency. We don't just help businesses fill roles. We actually train the job seekers so that when they come and work for you, you don't have to start calling us after 2 weeks or 3 weeks and tell us, oh, this person doesn't want to work again, or this person is not giving me what I want. But let me not get into too much. Let's move on to the next slide. Thank you. So welcome everybody. My name is Adeze. Like I said, I am the HR specialist and the founder of AVS Abuja. And like I already said, we're a remote work situation, also a remote agency and a recruitment agency. We have been in business for a while, and the whole idea is that we're creative, right? We focus on creating systems that work. So there are so many things that you can put your hands to do. There are so many structures, so many strategies that you can take, and they don't work. So that is why we've said, okay, your dressmakers, your fashionpreneurs, profitable ones, because yes, as much as there are people that are profitable, there are people that are in this same business that are not making money. And I don't know if some of them are here, but today is the last day, right? So let's move on. I think I'm just going to pull up my own slides in a second. All right. Now, let's move to the core challenge. So I just get right into it as it is hot, right? What is the core challenge? Challenge is that similar issue that everybody in a certain sect are going through. And right now we're talking about fashion. What is that challenge that they share together? What is the one and the main challenge that fashion business owners have? Number one, it is growing a fashion business that depends on both creativity and structure. So that just shows you that everything is two-faced. As much as you're being very creative, you have to have a structure. Because if you do not have structure, you cannot continue with a certain momentum. You start very fast, your ginger is high, you're all over the place, your team is motivated, and after 1 week, after a few days, why? Because there's no structure. There's no cycle that is to be repeated by your staff. Number two issue is balancing these two elements. Now, how do you balance two of them? Because you cannot get success as a business owner if you cannot balance them correctly or you cannot balance them properly. Because no matter how wonderful, how beautiful, how stunning your designs are, if you cannot sell them, there's a problem. Because you can't wear all the dresses you're making. Your sisters and your sister-in-laws cannot wear all your pieces. Your brand has to go global. There was something that Coach Leslie said. She said, your business is not a hustle. It's not a side hustle. You have to carry it on your head. Every day you have to show up. And how do you show up? It's by building a proper team. A team that is not disorganized. A team that is skilled. And a team that you're not changing every 2 months. There's something I tell my clients. I tell them that personal relationship is very important with your staff. Because if you're filling roles every 2 days, every 4 days, every 5 days, you're killing your business. If you have people that are not organized, I'm sorry, my AC is out. You have people that are not organized in the sense that they don't know what to do. If you leave that office, if you leave that business, everything is going to crash. So you have to tell yourself, if I'm not here today, if tomorrow I make one big money, I want to go on vacation, will my business last for 2 months? And I need to take 2 seconds to ask yourself that question and put the answer in the comment section. Tell yourself that if I get this amount of money today and I say I want to travel to maybe Barbados or Seychelles for 2 months, will my business survive it? Ask yourself that question and let me see your answers in the comment section so that we know that true, there's a problem and we are here to actually solve it. Because mind you, if you don't have a strong team, you cannot be profitable. If you don't have a strong team, you are going to be losing money every week, every day. I know I have a client that's also in the fashion business, and every day she's complaining. If she doesn't say that they've spoiled her dye, they've cut her material. Why? Because her staff are unskilled. And skill is not just you teach somebody something and they nod their head and they are doing it when you're there. Skill is, if I'm not here, can I count on this person? Can I count on this person to carry my business with as much vibe and momentum that I have? Do you know you can sell your dream to somebody and give it to them to run with it? It's very possible. But you cannot do that if you don't have a relationship with them. You cannot do that if you don't train them. You can't do that if you don't handpick them. Everybody cannot work for you. And that's another issue that we have, especially as women. Sometimes we tend to be emotional and biased when we are trying to build our team. Oh, she's a mom. Yes, I know, she's a mom. Yes, I know. But is she skilled? You should not look at things like, oh, she's my sister. Oh, she's nice. Oh, she has been with me for a while. If that person is costing you money, I'm sorry, the person has to go. I know clients that I have had to literally beg them, like, see, this particular staff, instead of you to keep complaining every week, maybe you have to let them go. But then if you don't do that immediately, there has to be training. Some people are untrainable, right? Some people just know how to make different excuses. So, but it's important that before you take such steps, you've also played your own part, right? And these are all the steps that we take towards building a strong team. Because if your team is not strong, your business cannot be profitable. If your team is not strong, I see your comments, see? So that's it. That's a very important question you have to ask yourself. My business is completely remote, right? But as a fashion business owner, you have a base, you have a people work, you are a product service, you're a product provider. So your business has to be top notch. You cannot be thinking about designs and you're yelling at your tailor because he made one mistake or the other. If your tailor can make that mistake, he probably should not be your tailor. If your customer service rep has fought with more than 3 clients, that person probably should not be working for you. Because the same way you will talk to your clients is how your staff should talk to your clients. They have to be trained. They have to be trained from the technical skills down to the communication skills. Because it's your business. It's your agency. It has to grow. And it cannot grow if you don't have the proper team. Now let's talk about the key to thriving. What is the key? What are the things I have to do as a fashion business owner to actually thrive? Number 1, we'll talk about the 3 pillars. The 3 pillars. Now, the 3 pillars are number 1, creative vision. Number 2, technical execution. And number 3, business operations. I'll say that again. The creative vision, the technical execution, and the business operations. Now, let's go step by step, but I'm still trying to work with time. Now, creative. what makes you a creative person? A creative person is somebody that you look at a design, and yes, in your head, what another person cannot come up with, you're coming up with it. I can't go into all the nitty-gritties of that because I'm not in the fashion line, but you understand what I'm saying. But if you don't understand what I'm saying, and you're like, oh, I cannot look at this piece and something creative will come to my head, you probably need to join. You need to hold Wura very well. That's what I will tell you. Because her pieces, they are out of this world. You need to hold her well and ask her, this creativity, how can I get it? So that when you make your pieces and you tag your pieces with the price, it's going to be worth it. You can't be giving me something I will see somewhere else for less because you say, oh, you have to actually be that creative person that if I wear that thing out, I am both confident and somebody is going to see me and say, where did you get this dress you're wearing? So if you know that, I need to work on my creativity, I need to work on my PC, so hold Wura very well. If I don't give you any advice, I'll give you this one. Number 2, it's in your head. Yes, you have that creative mind. You've come up with that wonderful design. Now, how can you execute it? You cannot teach somebody what you don't know. So yes, you're trying to build a team, and your team wants to bring to life that's your creative design, but they keep spoiling it. They keep ruining it. Why? Have you asked yourself why? Or even you too. You're the one that designed the piece. Oh yeah, bring it to life now. Execute it. Sometimes we need to go back to the books. We need to get a coach and hold on to that coach. We need to go back and take refresher courses. It's very important so that when you execute what is in your head, it will come out, not what I ordered versus what I got. And then finally, it's your business operations. You're behind the scenes. Your mind is working, trying to come up with these creative designs. You have your team of tailors, you have your team of cutters, your team of finishers, and they are bringing that vision to life. You also need to have another team that is operating the business. In secondary school, they taught us division of labor. It is very important in business that labor is divided, because tell me how you can effectively and properly create a creative piece when you're also trying to reply somebody's Instagram DM. How can you tell your tailor, okay, this is what I want? How can you interpret or explain your vision to them when you also have to go and chase a driver, a rider that has not given delivery to somebody in Gariki? How can you effectively create the pieces, the timeless pieces that you want to create when you are thinking about the small tasks? I always say it. I say there are certain things you should not be bothered with as a business owner. There are certain things that you should not be bothered.
I think that Miss Adeze was just thrown out due to the network. So we're going to give her some time to come back in. But dressmakers, are you even here? Are you here? Let me see your fire emojis in the comment section. See, you see, when I talk about teams, like I know the importance of having a team, because when I see the comments that say I travel for Easter, my business travel with me, I laugh because I was once there. I was once that person. When you get pregnant, your business is pregnant. When you give birth, your business gives birth. At the times that your business is supposed to be making sure that you are earning money, at the times your business should show up for you, your business cannot show up because you haven't created a system that enables that business show up. And that's why we are here, and that's why we're having this conversation. So I think Ms. Adese is back on, so I'm just going to bring her back to the stage.
I am very sorry. I have no idea what happened. But let me just recap. So I said there are three pillars that you need. Number one, your creative vision. Now, the creative vision is basically you as a CEO. You're coming up with those designs in your sleep, when you're driving, on Instagram. You're thinking of designs. You're not stealing other people's design. You're not doing copy and paste. You are bringing up your own designs. That is your responsibility. Now you have your technical team or your execution team, and those are your tailors, your cutters, your finishers. If you cannot interpret your vision to them, there's going to be problems. And then finally, your business operation team. Now, these are the people that do your marketing. Yes, it's important that you're the face of your brand. Yes, it's important that you join on the content or you put in on the content, but you cannot be the one editing the videos. You can't be the one replying DMs. You can't be the one replying comments. There are certain tasks that you should not bother yourself with. Like, I cannot say it enough. Now, let's talk about the importance of strategic hiring. Number one, you cannot afford to randomly hire, like I said before, because you like how that person smiled, or you like how that person laughed, or the person's voice, or the person's from your state, and you're like, okay, let me just try. You cannot try with your business. Oh, your business is your baby. If you cannot give a baby to a random person, why can you give your business to a random person? If you cannot give your car to a random person, why can you give your business to a random person? You have to be sure of who you're hiring, and you have to hold them accountable so that you're sure that everybody is playing their parts. Because even the Bible says, if the foundation is faulty, what can the righteous do? If you are doing your parts and you are coming up with those designs, your tailors are doing their own parts and executing it, but your markets are not bringing anybody to come and buy, who will wear the pieces? Who? So that is why everybody has to play their part. You have to hold them accountable. Ask questions. Ask for KPIs. Ask them for their tasks. Ask them for their targets. Ask them if they reached it. Everything should be documented. This is another part that we always make mistakes about. In your business, you should document everything. From the money that you pay for pieces or fabrics, down to the money you pay your cleaner. Everything should be documented. You need a team that aligns with your creative rhythm. You cannot be up there and your team is down here, and every time you're trying to drag them, you're trying to motivate them. You need a team that can even motivate you. You need to put yourself in a place. You need to set up structures that make it easy for your own team to motivate you. The others will be too much that you have to start coming up with pieces faster. The clients keep coming back. They keep retargeting and bringing clients back for newer pieces. So you can't be having the same design in your shop. You have to come up with new ones. That is your team motivating you. And at the same time too, you have to also motivate them that if they say, oh, we have 50 orders will come. We have 100 people, there are 100 pieces available for them. Because the same way they can hold you back is the same way you can hold them back. So that's why I say, if you know that you can do better with your creative parts, with the creative parts of this fashion design, hold Wura well. In fact, hold her 2 legs. I'm saying it. Now, let's talk about the 2 types of staff. Number one, we have the technical staff, And number two, we have the non-technical staff. I think the definitions are self-explanatory. The technical staff are the people that are handling the bringing the designs or bringing the create your creations. They have to bring them to life. That is their responsibility. And your non-technical staff are your management staff. The people that manage your staff, the people that hire for you, the people that handle your social media, the people that handle your marketing. Those are the non-technical staff. So technical staff include your tailors, pattern makers, your cutters, embellishers, and quality checkers. This is another thing that you need to you need to accept, or you need to know as a fashion designer. You have to get a quality checker. Your quality control manager is very important, because you see your two eyes, they can actually deceive you, especially if you're really busy and your tailors are really busy. There has to be one chill girl somewhere or one chill lady somewhere that will go through those pieces and say, okay, there's a mistake here or there's no mistake here. Because you cannot afford to give people subpar. It has to be perfect. And that is why you need to put all these people in place. So your technical staff, your tailors, your pattern makers, cutters, embellishers, quality checkers, these are your technical staff. They are the ones that are responsible for bringing your creations to life, making them reality. Then, your non-technical staff or your enablers, these are the staff that, like your social media manager, your content creator, customer service rep. And then I walked into one shop one time and then everybody started singing. I don't know about that, but that is those people. I know that if I want to go back to do something, have a particular service done, I'm going to want to go back there, because I actually felt kind of good that I walked in and people sang for me. I'm not asking you to ask your staff to sing, but I'm just trying to tell you that these people are the ones that enable your technical team to actually sell off those pieces that you are making. They are your business enablers. They are the ones that help your business. They are the ones that push your business out there. And that is why I said your vision has to be so hot that you give it to them and tell them to run with it. Because what you can tell to 10 people, 10 people can tell to 10,000 people. What you can tell to 100 people, 100 people can tell to 100,000 people. And that is why your team has to have that fire. Your team has to have that vision that you have. You have to be on the same level with your team. So what are the roles of these non-technical staff? These social media managers, content creators, customer service reps, what are their roles in your business? Number one, they keep the operations running. Orders are moving. Customers are happy. Everybody is happy. Because you cannot tell your tailor that has been sitting down from 6 a.m. till what time, and you tell him, okay, go and pack that order or go and iron that order and then package it and send it out with a camera. It's not going to be effective. Or you now, when you've stood with the tailor telling them, okay, this, you now wear your jeans and you rush to go and send out orders, or you rush to go and put out orders. You're not only going to make mistakes, but you cannot be effective. You're going to burn out. So having a good team cannot be overemphasized. You cannot hire, you cannot manage. You cannot say, let this person do this too. That's another thing. Sometimes we bombard our workers with so many things in different work. Okay, let's say, for example, one person is both a technical staff and a non-technical staff. Do you really think that person can be effective? One thing they told us when we were in school was that if you as a business, if you as a person, you cannot handle this thing effectively, don't expect another person to give you better results unless the person is properly trained. And that is why you need a professional human resources specialist. You need a professional recruiter. As much as, yes, like Gura said, you can post on WhatsApp, you can post on Instagram, you can ask your brother's wife, please, do you know anybody that can manage my social media? That is not sustainable. After 2 weeks, you're going to be looking for social media again. Why? Because number one, you were not able to interpret the roles and the vision properly to that person, so that person will know if, okay, I can either do this or I cannot do this. So if you're not able to interpret or you're not able to sell your vision properly, the other person is not going to understand it. You cannot say, oh, I'm employing a content creator, and you tell the person, do as you like. If you say do as you like, there are some TikTok dances you will see and you will be surprised. But you're the one that asked her to do as you like. You did not give that person clarity on what your vision is, on what your brand stands for, the kind of content that you like. So that when the content goes out, you don't have to go and take it down. I know of a client that took a social media manager. She was telling me she's got a social media manager. Not from me anyway, but she had a social media manager, and every evening she will go on Instagram and delete all the posts that the girl made. Why? Because they were not up to her standard. And I asked her, I said, have you shown her a sample? Have you shown her an example? Have you shown her something that she can use as a point of reference to give you what you want? She said she should know. She's a professional. I said that is what she can do. And when we sat the girl down, we had a proper onboarding, proper orientation. We properly trained her. She changed. And the woman did not even recognize her again. So it's very important that everybody is they have a proper skill set, they have a proper job description that is not overwhelming. You cannot hire or manage. You cannot say, let me manage. Remember from the beginning, I said, sometimes in the stead of trying to save money, we lose money. We lose more money for that matter. In the quest of saying, okay, this boy that can sew very well, I'm also going to make him quality control. However, you're going to cry. And why? Because you're trying to manage. And if you're going to be managing your business like that, they will manage it more. So carry your business on your head. Sell your vision. Properly train. Properly interpret your vision to your team. You cannot give a tailor spreadsheet. You cannot tell your cutter to come and dance for you for your content. It just doesn't work like that. Just the same way you cannot tell your social media to go and sew a skirt or sew a top. That is not their skill set. So everybody should have their own individual expectations. What are you expecting from everybody? That's why you're spending money. You're spending money for results. So what are you expecting? How much are you supposed to bring in? How many leads are you supposed to bring in as a social media manager? You as a tailor, how many pieces are you supposed to finish in a week? You as the cutter, you as this, everybody knows what they are supposed to do. Because let me tell you, if you leave your staff to think up what they are going to do, nothing is going to move. Nothing is going to move. Because their needs are different. Their motivations are different. Their drivers are different. So you as a leader, you have to understand that and work with everybody on their own pace. And that is why your expectations from this person cannot be the same expectation from the next person. because they all have their different responsibilities. Another thing you need to do is adapt. One thing they teach us in HR is that you're going to see different kinds of human beings. Different kinds. As a business owner, you're going to see different kinds of human beings. Even, I know most of us here are mothers. No two of your kids are the same, even if they are twins. Everybody is different. And that is why you need to know their different styles. You need to know their different working method and adapt to it. So if it is pidgin that your tailors are best communicating with, you don't have to go and be giving them supri. You're going to confuse them because it does not concern them, the grammar you're speaking. The only thing they need to do is give you their targets. Then with your non-technical team, yes, all that effigy definitely is very important because your structure is very important. Your tone is important. Your tone is the difference between, let me give you a meme. Your tone, your business tone is the difference between twins and ejima. Have you heard that before? Your tone is the difference between twins and ejima. It's the difference between you and a local tailor in the market. Your tone. So if a local tailor in the market is talking to me anyhow, the person is speaking pidgin, I call, they don't pick up, I send message on Instagram, they don't respond to the next day. You as a structured, profitable fashionpreneur, I know that if I am doing business with you, I don't have to bother about all that. And that is why you need to have structure. Structure that from the moment I send hi on Instagram, there is somebody that is attending to me immediately, no matter the time, no matter the place, attending to me, not keeping me for 4 hours. Because you know, when you're shopping on Instagram, you are seeing plenty vendors selling the same thing that you're selling. So if you don't respond immediately, you don't think another person is going to take that person from you. They will take the customer from you. So your team has to be available. I know there's something that Wura said one time. She said she has teams that work she has a team that works 24/7. Somebody said, do as you like is not a money-making strategy. Simple. If you will not follow the structure I have made, you have to go. If you cannot see my vision and run with my vision, if you cannot interpret my vision and I have to keep talking, you have to go. That thing that will waste your time, that will take your time from what is important, you need to change it. So ask yourself now, what kind of team do I have? Do I have a profitable team? Do I have a team that makes money for me? Do I have a successful fashion team that I understand and they understand me as well? So you're talking, let's say you went to school in US or even in Nigeria, some very big fashion schools in Nigeria here. And then your tailor is one tailor that learns in Gwagwalada market. And then you're explaining, no, the seam has to be butterfly, this one. And he's looking at you like, what are you talking about? I don't understand what you are talking about. That person cannot interpret your vision because the person is not on the same level as you. So it is either you're training it into that person or you are changing the person ASAP. Because any lead you lose, any person that says hi and doesn't give you their money, another person has taken that person from you. So your job, your motivation should be, I'm coming online today to steal other people's customers. Why? Because I'm showing up. When they don't have it, I have it. When they don't reply, I will reply. That place they don't send delivery to me, I send delivery there. If your delivery is 1 week, my delivery is 2 days. How can you do it? Structures. Partner with people, partner with delivery companies so they can give you favoritism. You need to set structures up. These structures are the only thing that will save you. So that tomorrow when you say, I want to go to where I want to go to, I want to go to Dubai, I want to go to Qatar for 2 months because I am making too much money. I need to go and spend it. Can your team last? Can your team survive? These are the questions that you should ask yourself. So that brings me to almost the end of my session. If there's anything I have said today, I have said you have to have structure. Because it is one thing to say, I am a profitable fashionpreneur, and it is another thing to actually put it into work. It's another thing to actually put it into practice, because it's not easy. There are some days that your staff will frustrate you so much, but you don't need to let those days hold you back. As long as that's your staff or that's your group of people, as long as you guys are aligned in the sense that all you have to say is, how far? You see this thing where I sent for you for WhatsApp, I need you to give it to me. Buy peach color, they will go and buy another color. No. Measure this one, they will measure another one. Don't cut this one, they will cut it. Cut this one, they will not cut it. Why? You know one thing that they say when a child does not behave well, they say it is the mother's child. If your business is not doing well, it is your fault as the mother of that business, because your structure is not there. So today, take up a notebook. I know that, yes, you might be starting up and you don't have all the money to employ both customer service and social media manager and this and that. But you have to understand that where you are today is not where you're going to be in 1 year. It's not even where you should be in 6 months. It's not where you should be in 3 years. You have to be constantly growing. You have to be constantly coming up with structures, coming up with strategies that your team is running with. So if you sleep in the night and the Holy Spirit ministers to you and you create 5 designs and you tell your team, how far? I want these designs ready in 1 week, they can deliver. I want them ready in 3 days, they can deliver with minimal mistakes, minimal errors. It's possible. It's very possible. And that is simply hiring right. And that is why you need a HR specialist. Because as we are saying, you cannot do it alone. No. You see this one that has to do with your staffing. It is the most important. Because once you miss it there, you've missed it. You need somebody that actually understands the responsibilities, understands the roles, understand what you should expect from them when it comes to accountability. So if you've been holding back from employing people because, I don't have money, you are losing more money. That's all I can say. So I think this is the end of my session. I hope we enjoyed this class like I enjoyed it, because I really enjoyed it. From Coach Leslie's class to this one, everywhere is very hot. So yeah, sis, thank you.
Everywhere is very hot. Can you feel the fire? Can you feel the
I
fire?
can.
I'm
I
almost removing
can.
this
I
my face
can.
now. Because it's like the fan is not blowing me well. Inside this our band A light, the AC self is not following to blow me, and I'm sitting in front of it. So, what has Miss Adeze said in essence? You cannot run a profitable fashion business without having a money-making team. that's really all there is to it. But I'm going to ask if you have questions before I talk a little, and Miss Christiana will come back up.
Yes, yes, yes. Your team is the gateway to that money that you are hoping to build, to that legacy that you are hoping to build. Adeze, thank you so much for that highlight. Thank you so much for that fire distribution. Again, my notes are full. I have my notes. Are you taking notes? Are you really, really taking notes? You see, you cannot hire randomly, says Adeze. Your business tone is the difference between twins and a Jima. I mean, who caught that?
That cracks me up.
Oh my goodness. I am leaving a daisy session with that. Yes, your business tone is the difference between twins and a Jima. They're not be the same thing. Permit me to
I
speak
like.
in peace and balance. They are not the same thing. If you see twins, if you see a Jima, they are different. They are obviously different. The reason why all of us are rushing to buy La Bubu is because somebody's business tone has set the tone for that brand. Yes, your business is a perception, your business is an identity, your business is, first of all, how people perceive you. So make the decision to start putting in the right structures that will give you the money making mindset. And here now, somebody say do, give me some drum rolls, because we are about to drop a banger. Somebody say banger. Let me see you say banger in the comment section. Let me see you say banger in the comment section. Or you can say that with
I think someone has questions. MC, I
okay.
think someone has questions.
Okay, Yoruba Toyin, let's see your question, then we come back with the fire. Please drop your question. Are we having people in this session that are getting transformed? Are we having people who are getting value for their time, getting value for their data? I mean, okay, we have questions. Let's see. Oh, Banga, Banga, Bangs. Johnson Agnes, Banga. Oh, you're tempting me to drop it already. Should I go ahead? A banger is coming to us. Yoruba TV, please drop your question. And while we're expecting Yoruba TV's question, the banger is something hot is about to drop. Somebody say, yeah, Eunice, you get it right. I can see your yeah already. Boozy Fashion says banger. Yes, blessing, banger. I like that. I like that. So yes, in a moment, the banger is for ready to wear to transition from that place of survival to the place of making building legacy. There are structures that must be followed. We have guides at the Profitable Fashionpreneur Academy that will guide you, that will help you to do this legacy business in a matter of systems, in a manner and in a matter that will truly yield the result. You don't want to leave this conference with just tips and hacks. So we have curated 12 whole guides. That's the banger. Somebody say banger 12. Banger 12. Just drop banger /12 for me in the comment section. We have guides that will follow you out of this conference that you can use to truly build that legacy. If you want to build a shanty, yes, praise it gifted, thank you. Banger 12. Elizabeth Danso says, much value. Yes, that's what we are known for at PFA. Yes, if you must build a castle, you don't build a castle haphazardly. But if you're building a shanty, you really don't need a structure, you don't need a guide, you don't need a manual. Yes, Esther Amasa, Banger 12. Adeke Adeyemi Bangatua. Oh my goodness. I love the buzz in this community. I love the fire. So yes, we have 12 guides. 12 guides that will be coming to everybody that is willing and ready to do transformation. So to talk about the guides, I'm bringing back on my Madame Kwata Kwata. I'm bringing back on the queen of fashion entrepreneurship. Please give it up for Wurola Ubaka. Yep. To tell us much more about the guides. Oh, yes.
Thank you so much, Christiana. You're always a breath of fresh air. Yes. We cannot come here and have a conference all weekend and have no implementation strategy.
Mm.
Because if I come and I just come and talk to you, everybody is feeling good. We are feeling good. We are hyped up. Yes. And Miss Leslie has come. She has spoken about the money making mindset, and Miss Adesi has spoken about the money making team. And what we have done is that we have put together these things in the academy as a 12-in-1 transition guide that helps you to be able to have an implementation document that you can use to systemize all these things we are telling you about. So when we talk about the mindset, you need to go back and do the exercises. Identify where you are on this mindset ladder.
Mm.
Identify the things you need to do to move. Identify what your limiting beliefs are. Identify how to replace those limiting beliefs with a wealth creation belief. And that is what you get in the Mindset Shift Guide. In the Fashion Team Blueprint Guide, which relates to what Ms. Adeze has just talked about, you're going to be seeing practical strategies on how to hire, who to hire, and when to hire. At what point should you move from being a solo entrepreneur, and who should you hire at that point? And if you're going medium scale, who should you hire? And if you're going large scale, who should you hire? How should you go about hiring? How should you go about systemizing it? How do you create their SOPs? How do you create their KPIs? How do you track performance? All these things are covered in the 12-in-1 guide. Someone says, please talk on my questions, but we can't see your questions. About scheme, which is better? Is it monthly or commission? Well, I would say that there is no hard and fast rule to that question. It depends on the nature of what you sow, the nature of your work, and the turnaround time. I can't say monthly is better. I can't say commission is better. Personally, in my own fashion business, I pay commission based. And the reason why I pay commission based is because I want to incentivize my workers. If you can give me 100 dresses, go for it. I'll give you the money for it. I don't want to create lazy workers that you will now come and pay you a salary 150K, 180K, 250K in a month. I come at the end of the month, you've given me 5 dresses. Hello, what's going on there? But when you know that so basically for as a commission-based worker, you're working for yourself, except you're working within an establishment. So if you sit down this month and say, I think I won't collect 500 from Madam Ann this month, and you can give me the pieces, you collect the money. It works for me. It's a win-win. You give me my pieces, I give you your money. But then you have to have your structures in place. Because if your tailor that is a commission-based tailor is ready to give you pieces, you need to be on your toes to market them. You need to be moving them out as quickly as they are being produced. Because if not, you're not going to be able to balance your production process. You're going to have more production than sales. So that's why I say I can't say production commission is, I don't even know the nature of your business. I don't know if you're a bespoke or ready to wear fashion brand owner. So it all depends. But depending on what you do and how you do it, it will depend on the team that you need per time. Different teams, and really, it's not even because, of course, like Mr. Adeze has said, you have different people in your establishment. So within Wura, we have a mix of those who earn commission and those who are salaried employment. You can't employ a content creator on commission, for instance, or your sales or production manager. You can give them a commission element of, whatever they sell, but then they're going to have a base salary because that's a salaried employment. And so it depends on the nature of your business and what are you doing bespoke or ready to wear, and how is your marketing? Do you have a structured marketing team? And these are part of the things that this 12-in-1 guide will help you to do. It will help you create that structure. And beyond the 12-in-1 guide, we also have the 3 months ready to wear bootcamp coming up on the 1st of August. From the 1st of August to the end of um October, we'll be having that boot camp. If you know that you have struggled with actually being able to implement, okay, you have knowledge, but you have a gap. You need to get in there ASAP. But beyond that, I hope I've been able to answer your question. These guides are going to be available from today. Once this stream is over, we're going to start dropping it in the group, and it's a 12-in-1 guide, and the original price is 30,000 naira. But because you are in this conference, I am giving it to the conference attendees at the price of 1,000 naira per guide. So you buy the 12-in-1 bundle for 12,000 naira. If you miss it, you miss it. This offer is only valid till 11:59 on Monday. Once 11:59 on Monday passes, it reverts back to the original price. And it has taken me a lot of time to put this together, because I knew that I can't come and organize a conference and not give you something to work with. That would not give me the results that I want you to have. So I don't want us to come for this conference, make noise, talk, get things, and then we go back, we're hyped up, and we have nothing to work with. And that is what these guys are going to do for you. So, Miss Christiana, I'll just give you to take it away. And then once Miss Christiana rounds up with this stream, the live stream for the next speaker is in the group. We need to get on that live stream like ASAP. Thank you, Miss Christiana.
Thank you, Wurala Ubaka. So if you are happy with the 12th banger that we had all celebrated, I mean, it's a very good opportunity to cash in on this opportunity so that truly, all that you have learned can be put into motion. You can pedal on it like you pedal on your machine to do the needful. Thank you all for being on this second show. Let's move now to the WhatsApp group where we pick up the link for the third speaker. And until we return in another